Hello there. I'm Nika and this is Nika Reads Books. So I know it's been a really long time, but I've been so busy with school and other stuff that I couldn't do it anymore. So I'm back now. School's gonna be ending soon, so in the summer, I know I said I would do more over spring break, but then something came up over spring break and like I couldn't do it. So what I'm gonna do is, I promise you this, summer, I'm gonna be reading. I have a job, but it's only during the day, so I'm gonna read, and I get my books for next year are like so easy, so I'm just gonna read, and then I will have reviews for you all the time, all 4 of you, because I know there's 4 of you that follow me, they're subscribed to me, so, oh yeah. So, the book I'm gonna review today is Beautiful Creatures, which I do not have a physical copy with me. So let's just pretend I have one, because I did read a physical copy, but I can't find it. I think I gave it to my sister. That's what I. Beautiful Creatures. It's a weird sounding book. Like, I heard that it was amazing and there was like a movie being made out of it, but I had no idea what it was really about. And you know, I saw some other people saying that they recommended it. You know, Poland Banana's books. I love her. Oh my god, she was like my inspiration for making booktubing videos. Anyway, Cass J. Tuck. You know, all these people who are just like, I really respect their opinion about books. They said, you know, read this book, it's a good book and it'll, you know, be nice and all this junk. So I read it and first of all, this book is so long. It's like 6,000 pages and you're dying because you're like, I want to know what happens. I want to know what happens. Oh my god. But I think I went through it pretty quick. I read it all through over spring break. It was good. I really did like it, and I was reading it instead of the book I was supposed to be reading. Oops. But I really did like it. It was really solid, and for those of you who have not read it, here's where the non-spoilery part comes in. This book is about a boy, and Ethan, and he's living in this southern town, and he's just like, you know, living his life. You know, he's like, oh, I'm so different from everyone. Oh, I'm not like all these other southern people and all my friends from the team and everything. I don't remember what sport, but on the team. And he's been seeing this girl in his dreams and he's like in love with her. He's in love with her before he meets her, which I don't understand. But he's like in love with her and he's like, I love you. This is, yes. And then these dreams are apparently like super real because he like wakes up from them, but he has like mud under his fingernails and he's like all wet, and you know, he's like, oh, I think he like smells lemons or something else. I think it's lemons and something. And he's just like, oh my god, I don't know what this is. And then she comes to town and he's like, whoa, because she like smells, like she looks so familiar and she smells like lemons, and it's just like, she's exactly what like he was thinking about and like what he like everything in his dreams. So she turns out to be a very different girl, as you will find out, and was probably very obvious. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the non-spoilery section. So for all of y'all peoples that read the book, just wait. So we're gonna get into the detailed discussion right after this. Alright. Hello there, people who read the book. So, let's talk about the characters. I did like Ethan, but the thing is, I feel like I liked him because he was kind of like a girl. Like, the way he talked was very girly, which is not an issue if you're a boy, but it's just like, other books I've read that were told by the point of a boy, this book seemed different. And I mean, if you like that, that's like, whoa, that's awesome. But and I did like it. I did enjoy the book still, but it's just like him being a boy, like many boys are today. And he could be different. I mean, that's totally a valid point. He could be totally different, and it's okay. But it's just, he wasn't the typical boy you read about in books, or especially in these like, it was like paranormal. Like otherworldly type of books. It wasn't like that. I mean, it was like that. I mean, but you know, if Twilight had been told from Edward's point of view, I don't think it would have been written the same way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like boys and girls in these kinds of stories tell things differently. It's just the way it is. So it's not a gender thing, it's just like the way people are. And so maybe that is really the way Ethan is, go him, but like I didn't find it believable. But I mean, he does seem kind of like a flowery kind of, okay, it's a little believable, but it's not believable in the sense that I wanted it to be. Lena Duquesne, I thought it was Lena Duchanes, but then I realized he rhymed it, so it couldn't be Lena Duchanes, because it doesn't rhyme, so it's Lena Duquesne's. And I liked her. She was different, which I liked, and but the other thing was that, like, this thing I really don't enjoy, what I think is an obvious thing that comes from paranormal, otherworldly, vampire, you know, witch, other types of books, is that, you know, the otherworldly one is like, stay away from me, I'm gonna turn bad. And I'm like, oh, shut up. Like, I get it, you're like different, but like, are you really just gonna be like, stay away from me, I love you too much? This is pretty much just like the Edward, Bella, Lena, Ethan type situation here. And you know, I get why she did that, because she was like, I'm gonna turn dark like my mother, and I just think that was stupid. But other than that, I really did like her character. I felt genuinely bad for her when things happened to her, like with the whole town being against her and Uncle Macon coming to, is that how you say it? Uncle Mason? Uncle Macon? Macon? Mason? I'm gonna go with Macon. Uncle Macon. And yeah, he's like a cool dude. He's like a man. I did genuinely feel bad for her when she had to go through all this with the whole town being against her, when it turned the person against her was really her mother, and it's just blew my mind a little. The character of, who else? Character of Uncle Macon, I really liked. He was so cool in like this otherworldly type of way, and I get why he creeped everyone out in the beginning, but he was just so like cool, but not cool in like a like ice kind of way, but cool in like the I'm me and I'm okay with it and I'm proud and I'm the leader of this family and who cares that I'm technically dark, I don't. And it's just like, he's another example of don't let the circumstances define you, because they didn't let him, they didn't define him. Yes, he's technically a dark creature, but he cares about Lena, he cares about the rest of his family, and it just is how it works. And I admire him for that, and he's one of my favorite characters I've read, because he's so complex and he's so different, but he's so great at the same time. The one plot point that made me the angriest out of all of them was when Ethan went into his dad's study, which he hadn't been in for like years, because his dad was writing some, I don't even know, he was writing like some sort of like saga or like some like great American novel that was just gonna be great, and he was like, can I read it? And dad was like, no. He was like, can I read it? No. And then, you know, it got to, and then obviously it's, so he walks in there, and then all he sees on the papers is the scribbles. The scribbles! When I was reading that, I literally went, like I gasped out loud, because that is literally like, it crushed him. Because his father has just been sitting in his study for like months, just sitting there, just scribbling. And I totally understand why he was so mad. I would have been so, I don't even know what I would have done. Let's really be honest here, I don't even know what I would have done. Because honestly, it's like, your whole life you're expecting, like this whole time you're expecting one thing, and then something else happens and it throws you off, and it's just shameful. We're gonna be rating these. I definitely want to give it I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I really did like it, but it was kind of long, and it kind of engrossed you. It did. It really did. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like it was long and something was non-fiction tedious, but it's just, it could be a little tedious at times, but it was still a really good book, and I really would recommend it for people to read. That's my book review on Beautiful Creatures, and I want to update you guys on what I'm reading right now and what I am going to be reading. So right now, I'm reading The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. I already read the 2 other books. I may do book reviews on them later, but I'm definitely going to do one on this bad boy. And then after I finish this, I was going to read the next book in the Beautiful Creatures series, but I still have all these books left over from that first video. Yeah, I still have them all left over and I still have to read them. So I may just plow through all those first and then maybe reread Beautiful Creatures and see if I really want to read the next one. So after this, my next book that I'm going to be reading from my big stack is City of Bones. Oh my god. I've heard so much hype about this, and literally like even like people who I know like from not booktube, like my friends, they're like, oh my god, you have to read it. They're like, Clockwork Princess, and I'm like, I'm so behind. I haven't even read this one yet. And it's like I'm just freaking out. So like I really want to get on it so that I can like get ahead and then I can like be on the same page as everyone and be like, yeah, Clockwork Princess. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish this one. And then I'm definitely going to post a review of it because, you know, a lot of people have talked about it. You know, Pulling Bananas, Cass J. Tuck, Jesse the Reader. You know, a bunch of people have constantly talked about City of Bones, so I really do need to read it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing next. If you want to be up to date on exactly what I'm reading, then my Goodreads will be in the down bar. And please watch my other videos. Please subscribe, comment. Like, I really need the thumbs. I haven't been working much lately, so I need some new ones. So I really appreciate it if you guys could give me a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And if you want to know anything, you know, just leave it in the comments. I'll reply to some of them since I don't have that many. And I don't have that many subscribers yet. Just keep on reading because we need someone to keep reading. Why not it be you? So, bye. I'll see you next time.